okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has openly criticized Floyd Mayweather, accusing the boxing legend of seeking fights solely for financial gain. Crawford made it clear he has no desire to step into the ring with Mayweather and never even considered the possibility. To Crawford, such matchups are less about legacy and more about generating buzz for massive paydays. He believes Mayweather is more interested in cashing in through exhibition bouts than engaging in true competition. While Crawford acknowledges Mayweather's past dominance, he firmly states that era is over. "This is my time now," Crawford asserted, emphasizing that he won't allow money-chasing distractions to overshadow his accomplishments or steer his focus from real competition.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever... Keep it real, boy. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Terence Crawford has made it clear he's never been motivated purely by money, a statement that contrasts sharply with the path Floyd Mayweather has taken in recent years. Critics argue that Mayweather's post-retirement return to the ring is no longer about legacy or competition. Once revered for his defensive mastery and undefeated record, Mayweather now frequently steps into exhibition bouts designed more for spectacle than sporting merit. Analysts point out that despite his immense wealth, often flaunted on social media, Mayweather continues to chase high-paying events with minimal athletic stakes. Many believe that his focus has shifted entirely to profit-driven ventures, leaving some fans disillusioned with how his career has evolved after retirement. Crawford's subtle but pointed remarks suggest a clear difference in values. While Mayweather chases checks, Crawford remains committed to preserving the integrity of the sport.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right, he couldn't get going at the rate that he expected. But early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley hasn't held back in the ongoing debate about a fantasy matchup between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. According to Bradley, the undefeated Mayweather, often seen as one of boxing's defensive greats, would struggle mightily against Crawford's unique and versatile style. Bradley points to Mayweather's historical difficulty with southpaws, claiming that Crawford's ability to switch stances seamlessly, combined with his impeccable timing and adaptability, would pose a serious threat. He argues that Crawford brings a level of unpredictability that Mayweather never truly had to face in his prime, challenging the aura of invincibility surrounding Mayweather. Bradley boldly asserts that Floyd isn't that good, when matched with fighters of Crawford's caliber. His comments have only intensified the debate, sparking passionate responses from fans in both camps.
Absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
While Terence Crawford continues to build a stellar career, many boxing analysts caution against drawing direct comparisons with Floyd Mayweather. They argue that Mayweather's resume is stacked with victories over a long list of elite opponents, champions and future Hall of Famers, making his legacy firmly established. In contrast, critics suggest Crawford has yet to face the same level of consistent, top-tier competition. Though his dominance is undeniable, they believe his achievements, while impressive, don't yet carry the same historical weight as Mayweather's. From this perspective, putting Crawford on the same pedestal as Mayweather is seen as premature. These voices stress that Mayweather's greatness is already written in stone, while Crawford's journey, though promising, is still unfolding.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult sparked debate with a bold take. Terence Crawford deserves to be ranked above Floyd Mayweather for one pivotal reason: his willingness to take risks. According to Showbiz, Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez is a defining moment that Mayweather, despite his legendary status, would have never dared to match in the same fashion. He emphasized that Crawford stepped up in weight to face a dangerous Canelo in his prime, a move that demanded both courage and confidence. In contrast, Mayweather was famously strategic, often timing his fights and carefully selecting opponents to preserve his perfect record. For Showbiz, that contrast is critical. Crawford's risk-taking, especially against elite competition, represents a legacy built on challenges rather than control. It's a viewpoint that challenges the long-held belief in Mayweather's untouchability and opens the door for a re-examination of greatness in boxing history.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been a middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Terence Crawford has voiced his frustration over the persistent comparisons to Floyd Mayweather, making it clear that he's not interested in chasing a fantasy fight with a retired boxing icon. In Crawford's eyes, Mayweather had his time, and that time has passed. Crawford believes each fighter should be celebrated within their own era. While he respects Floyd's legacy and acknowledges his greatness, he insists that his own accomplishments deserve recognition without being constantly measured against someone who is no longer active in the sport. "This is my era," Crawford has stated, urging fans to focus on the history he's making now rather than looking back. For him, the obsession with stacking his career against Mayweather's is not only unnecessary but unfair, especially when Floyd is long retired and Crawford is still writing his legacy in real time.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Now,
As Terence Crawford continues to dominate the boxing world, comparisons to Floyd Mayweather are becoming inevitable. When asked how he stacks up against the undefeated legend, Crawford didn't hesitate to set the record straight. Floyd was the greatest in his era. "I'm the greatest in mine," Crawford said confidently. "There's no need to compare me to Floyd, or Floyd to me." Known for backing up his words in the ring, Crawford carries an aura of quiet confidence that's hard to ignore. While fans speculate about his future, particularly a possible jump to light heavyweight, Crawford quickly shut down the idea. "No, we ain't going up that much," he said, ruling out any move that could jeopardize his form or focus. Meanwhile, former world champion Danny Garcia added his voice to the ongoing debate about a hypothetical Mayweather versus Crawford matchup. Taking a diplomatic stance, Garcia refused to choose sides, instead suggesting that such a fight could end in a draw. He reasoned that Mayweather's elite defensive mastery and Crawford's versatile offensive skill set would likely neutralize each other in the ring. Garcia's take reflects the immense respect both fighters command and highlights just how evenly matched they are, even in theory.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley has entered the Mayweather versus Crawford debate with a clear stance. Floyd Mayweather's size would be a major disadvantage against Terence Crawford. While Mosley acknowledges Mayweather's technical brilliance and defensive mastery, he argues that Floyd is simply too small to handle Crawford's power, reach, and physical versatility. In Mosley's view, Crawford's ability to switch stances, control distance, and apply pressure would overwhelm the more compact Mayweather. Floyd was at his best against opponents his own size, Mosley noted. But against someone naturally bigger and stronger like Crawford, the physical gap would be too much to overcome. Mosley's take underscores an often overlooked element in fantasy matchups: size. In his opinion, it's not just about skill sets. Physical attributes can make all the difference when elite fighters collide, even in hypothetical battles.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question in the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. My ears perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight. Without a doubt, his most dangerous fight. The one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult offered a more measured perspective on the ongoing comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. While acknowledging the significance of Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, an achievement that has sparked conversations about his place in history, Showbiz cautioned against drawing quick conclusions. He emphasized that while Crawford's win was undeniably historic, boxing legacies are not built on a single performance. One fight doesn't define a career, he noted, pointing out that Mayweather's legacy is rooted in decades of consistent dominance across multiple weight divisions, against a long list of elite opponents. According to Showbiz, any fair comparison between the two fighters must take into account more than highlight moments. It requires examining the full scope of their careers, including longevity, consistency, quality of competition, and overall impact on the sport. His balanced take recognizes Crawford's greatness without diminishing the significance of Mayweather's already cemented legacy, urging fans to appreciate both fighters without reducing the conversation to a single headline or fight.
Add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.